one.
You are watching Sipping Off the Cuff on TequilaAficionado.com. I'm Alex Perez.
I'm Mike Morales in my headset as you listen to my dulcet tones.
You look beautiful.
Thank you very much.
We are here on another episode of Sipping Off the Cuff, and tonight we are sipping.
We are sipping Astral. This is a beautiful, substantial bottle. By the way, did you know that this glows in the dark? Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Believe it or not, our our friend Lippy, this is one of his favorite tequilas, and he said, turn off the lights and just look at the label while you're enjoying the tequila. He's a big fan of this tequila. I think we were talking off camera that this is distilled at La Cofradía, which was it 1173 or 1137. That's what it is.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah. It's
gnome
funny because
number.
I was looking through their website and their pictures, and I said that looks awfully familiar. Sure enough, it's like over the.
Well, they have wonderful flavor notes on both. Alex, this is a unique situation because the tequila is at a higher proof. It is,
46%.
excuse me,
46%.
46%. The other thing is when I was reading the notes that were sent to us, they claim that Astral is made from agave grown in high altitude on a single organic estate in the mountains, where the plant has to work harder to grow, giving the agave more character. My suspicion is that the organic estate, they're claiming it's an organic estate. However, the tequila is not an organically um, it is not an organically certified tequila. But my thought is that they're probably getting the agave from the same field that Casanova is getting their tequila, their agaves from. But they're not sharing the agave the USDA certification for organic. So it's as organic as it's going to get. And what was the other thing that we discovered about this brand? And there's a brand of mezcal that we'll be tasting later on, belong to the same guy.
Yeah, Richard Betts is behind um, Sombra, Sombra Mezcal, and this brand Astral. Apparently, he's a big writer for the wine, spirit, food industry, as well as a big wine aficionado.
Oh, okay. So it's coming from a really good pedigree. I like their thinking, the way they approached the first of all Astral, and then later on we'll discuss Sombra. But it's really within the same focus. That they wanted to produce the best quality product that they possibly could with the best quality plants. And in this case, they went with a higher proof. They went with a higher, double distilled, so it's not, the Cofradia is known for multiple distillation brands. You and I, we've had the higher proof tequilas before, but this one is really lovely to look at. The legs and the tears on this one are very nice.
Yeah, I noticed that the way the drops just cling to the glass, which is kind of neat. You don't see that too often.
Well, my my first thought is that they're going with as little. They claim that they went with a higher proof because they went with they wanted to do an old world style tequila with no additives or anything like that. So whatever you're getting, whatever you see in the glass is pretty natural.
Yeah, it's got beautiful legs.
Wow.
The color
Oh,
is not crystalline, but it's got a nice clear color to it, or I should say colorless. And the nose is fantastic.
yes.
I can You can smell the roasted agave. the peppers.
For those of you who have been to like,
Saline or salty.
yeah, a little briny. It's a little briny, I
Briny.
think.
No, briny.
Yeah, and I think for those of us who have been to La Cofradia, you know that they use only stone ovens, that they don't have autoclaves. So this is baked agave. They claim that they're getting it from an organic estate. Um, they went with a higher proof. The fermentation is done only with native yeasts, would take up to 10 times as long. And importantly, the ferment is done completely on the roasted solids. So they're using a little bit of the bagazo as well. Similar to how they do Tahona tequilas.
Mm. Wow.
Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.
That is big Blanco. Thick and rich and
Wow. That retronasal, even if you just don't swish it around, just keep it in your mouth. The lip numbness you get
beef.
is big and beefy, boys and girls. This is your grandfather's tequila.
Wow, they know what they were doing here.
Wow.
But really, really rich, huh?
And the nose isn't it's fragrant. Don't get me wrong. But I don't. It's not complex in my opinion. But the
No.
flavor profile really is. There's more layers, I think, in the flavor profile in the mouthfeel than there is in the nose.
In the nose, I get some citrus, some floral notes, but the mouth feel on this is just wow. It's still lingering in my mouth
Yeah,
and gums.
there's a great long finish. This is definitely a tequila that you spend time with. I think, in my opinion, they accomplish what they set out to do. When they say this isn't your grandfather's whatever, this is your grandfather's tequila because it really is kind of got that old world in your face taste, which I think too would lend itself. Obviously at a higher proof, it's not going to lose it won't lose its charm in a cocktail. But I don't know. I'm a purist. You and me both. I probably wouldn't play with it in a cocktail, but who knows? You might want to. You know,
Well, for my personal and the select few that come over to
to
the
the area 51.
well, this is the type of stuff I'll take out and make that special cocktail
Mm,
with with something like this with someone that's going to really appreciate it. This is
wow.
this is really nice.
It just there's no mistaking what you're having. And it reminds me very much of the same characteristics. Remind me very much of Tapatio, the 110 from last year. And even at 110, you're getting it's singing to you. This one, this is really a beautiful tequila.
Some mineral there too, don't you?
Yes, yeah,
Mineral.
a little bit of mineral. Um, like you said, a little briny. You know, this is one that you can taste, sip, and keep finding stuff. That's why I say the nose isn't as complex as the mouthfeel and the flavor and the profile. I'm getting more from sipping than I am from the nose.
Yeah,
And
same here.
yeah,
I'll repeat what one of our friends said a few years back. To me, this is it's actually opened up my appetite. It's a very to me it's a food forward tequila. I'd
uh,
love to try it with some
ceviche,
yeah
ceviche.
some citrusy food ceviche with some lemons in there, some lime.
this would be the kind that you could serve, with your what is it, botanas con bocadillos, whatever we used to call it. Um, Maybe some tomatoes, some cucumbers. I think it really lends itself to food pairing,
Yes.
particularly as an aperitif, as like you said, opens up your appetite. So anything green, jicama as well, something sweet, because this is still a big beefy tequila.
Right.
So a jicama tends to
Yep.
balance things out because it's a little sweeter. But even cheeses, man, you could probably do a couple of
Cheeses.
cheeses, cheese, not cheesettes,
Oh, I thought you said cheese.
queso, queso. Like I don't know, provolone
I
or I
said
don't.
manchego.
Yeah, well, yeah, there you go.
Mm,
Stuff that you would pair with wines, you
right.
know, because the guy, like I said, the Richard, was it Richard Betts?
Yes.
He's a wine guy, so he was obviously looking for something that lent itself to food pairing, because what do you do with wine? You don't just sip wine. Traditionally you pair it with something.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I do too. And what do you think? You think
Oh
this is
yeah.
a brand of promise?
Definitely a brand promise.
Brand of promise. Yeah, I do too. I totally agree with you. I think it's worth what they accomplished exactly what they set out to do. They had a focus, and they accomplished it. And they couldn't have picked a better distillery than La Cofradia, because that's what they do. So
Yeah, and they
um,
didn't go wrong with the 92 proof, which is the 46%.
yes,
It really brings out the flavors.
I think it's well worth the finding brand of promise from us here at Tequila Aficionado. I'm Mike Morales.
I'm Alex Perez, and you're watching Sipping Off the Cuff on tequilaaficionado.com. And as always, sip wisely.